Want to know how to sell over the phone? Let's do it. Today we are covering everything you need to know in phone sales, from how to start the call to how to know when they're not paying attention to you to getting that deal done. So we are going to make your phone sales extremely productive, profitable, and make sure that you're putting yourself in a proactive position to create everything you want in closing those deals. Hey, I'm Amy Walker. I'm a client acquisition specialist. Welcome back to my channel. My job and my goal and passion in life is to help you create predictable, consistent sales through your organic marketing and scalable sales strategies. And welcome back to the Sales Doc, where we are diagnosing your sales woes and making sure that your sales are sick in a super good way. Now, I'm gonna say I really prefer Zoom sales calls to phone sales calls, and in a land where pretty much everybody's gotten really confident with Zoom, I would encourage you to do that as much as possible. But there are still times when you do need to have phone calls. Maybe they are not at a place where they want to Zoom, they are having a bad hair day, they've got their camera off. I've gotten on Zoom calls where I'm like, your camera's not on, I can't see what's going on. It just happens, and we need to be prepared to have these skills. Plus, a lot of your follow-up conversations happen via the phone. So let's jump right into it. Okay, I've got 10 different tips for you today, so we're gonna have to cruise on this video. And at the end, I'm gonna show you the one formula that is gonna make it so you can overcome any sales objection. You definitely want that one. Tip number one, if you are starting off with a cold call, or maybe it's a reach out that they're not expecting your call, you're gonna wanna start off with a context question. So you're gonna say the context of where you met them, and then you're gonna ask them a question following up from that. So, hey, this is Amy from Amy Walker Consulting. We met at the All Access Sales Summit. How has business been going since the summit? Or did you enjoy the summit? So context of where we met, ask them a question that leads straight into the dialogue. Tip number two, ask, have I caught you at a good time? When they weren't expecting your reach out, they might be right on their way out the door, and they might say no just because they don't have time to talk to you. So asking, have I caught you at a good time, will cause them to either say, no, I'm about to blah, 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 and then you can say, awesome, when can I call you back? Or they'll say, yeah, this is a good time, I have 5 minutes, or I have 10 minutes. And now you know what you can, like your parameter. So you're not gonna try to go into an hour-long sales call when they're telling you, I've got 10 minutes. This is actually going to help set you up for having a more productive sales call and a better chance of closing. The third thing that we're going to do is we need to build some rapport. So we need to create some connections, some know, like, and trust. Usually within 3 just kind of generic personal type questions, you can find something that you can connect around. So how's your day going so far? Oh, it's good. I just got the kids off to school. That's fun. How old are your kids? And then they tell me their ages, and I say, oh, here's the ages of my kids. And so now we've got some sort of a connection. We're building and establishing some rapport that maybe we're both working parents. Or it could be connection and rapport around where you live or interests that you have, but you want some sort of connection and rapport, especially when this is a colder reach out. The more warm the reach out is, the less this matters, but I mean, honestly, it still matters. So I would just do it every time. The fourth thing that we're going to do is set expectations. We need this person to understand what this call is about, how long it's going to take, and what they're going to get at the end of it. So if you're doing an initial reach out that they weren't expecting the call, it might sound something like this. If you've got 5 minutes, I'd love to just ask you a couple of quick questions and see if I can help you with blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now you said it's gonna take this long. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask you a couple of quick questions, and then I might be able to help you with this issue that they may or may not have. So they know what that call is about. What really annoys people is when you're just talking to them and they're like, why are you calling me? What is this about? I don't have all day to just sit and shoot the breeze with somebody. So letting them know the intentions helps their mind to be at ease, and then they'll plug in and actually engage with you. All right, the fifth tip is I want you to figure out if a 1-part or 2-part close fits the best for you. Sometimes it would be nice if we could just get on the phone with somebody and get them closed, but that doesn't always work. My system works best if we have a 2-part close. So the first thing that we do is we set the appointment, and then we go and we have the appointment. The setter's purpose of that call is to qualify the lead, to get the lead clear on what they're excited or want help or support on, and to help the lead see that we are a great resource for them. We're going to be able to help them get their business sorted out, figure out their marketing, figure out their sales, and get them committed to showing up for that call. So those are the 4 things that we accomplish. Then in the closing call, we're working on discovery, we're working on needs analysis, we're helping them map out their plan, we're helping them get committed to solving their problems, and then we're presenting our offer and how we can actually support them and overcoming sales objections. So we work best with a 2-part close. It's important that you know that, because some of you might be struggling with phone sales because you're trying to do something that works best in a 2-part and you're trying to get it done in 1. And sometimes I'm like, oh, you could totally close this in 1 call. Why are we splitting it up into 2? You're making twice as much work over the phone. If this is helpful and you are getting some good value, make sure that you like the video and then subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time we release new content. 6th tip for you is to get a powerful service-based sales script. I actually have a template in here for you. It's appendix number 3 in the I'm Not a Salesperson sales book, Sell Like a Natural Even If You're Not. You can get a free copy of this if you just go to www.salesarenmything.com. Go ahead and grab the digital. If you want the paperback, it is available on Amazon. But this service-based sales script is going to be incredibly powerful for you. One of the things that you need when you're selling on the phone versus when you're selling in person is a powerful sales script. Because in person, you pick up on their vibe. There's so much more information that you get because you're able to see their body language. You're able to pick up on their tone. You can get down to that point faster. When you're selling over the phone or selling through the screen, it's really important that you have a good sales structure because those conversations go sideways more often. In person, it's more focused, it's more linear. On the phone, it bops around and then you're like, I don't know how to reel them back in. You need a really good sales script template, so go grab it, appendix number 3. You're gonna thank me. Tip number 7, smile while you're talking. I'm telling you, it makes a difference in how your voice sounds. I can hear on the phone when somebody is not smiling versus when they are smiling. You can hear it on camera when I'm not smiling versus when I am smiling. It changes and lifts the tone of your voice, which is gonna make you more engaging. Tip number 8, record yourself. I remember my early sales days that I had somebody ask me to record myself because I wasn't closing at all. And so one of my mentors said, record your calls and listen back to it and tell me what you hear. And in my mind, in those calls, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. But what I actually sounded like was more like this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. Like the energy was not coming through. And when you record yourself on the phone, you will hear so many things. What does your energy sound like? You'll hear these little moments that you don't realize you're doing, where you're costing yourself the sale, where you're discounting your value or discounting your services, or planting seeds of doubt or talking them out of it when you didn't even realize. You thought you were talking them into it. So record yourself and your calls so you can go back and review. Man, when I review people's sales calls, I learned so much and can really pinpoint, here's what it takes to close your deals. But how often do you listen to your own calls? You need to. Tip number 9 is energy times 3. So whatever you feel like your natural energy level is, you need to 3 times it so it comes through on the phone. Because otherwise you sound straight up boring, and people buy energy. They are attracted to energy. So when they're talking to you, I don't care how great your product is, if you sound boring, they're not interested in buying. So energy times 3, whatever you think it should be, times it by 3, then record it, and then you'll listen to it and you'll be like, yeah, actually that sounds about right. All right, I told you number 10 was gonna be my simple process for being able to overcome any sales objection. And here it is. There is a 4-part process that makes it so you can literally overcome whatever they throw at you. The very first thing you're going to do is you're going to acknowledge what they just said. Then you're gonna ask them a question. Then you're going to get permission to then share more information. What happens is so often to people who are closing, especially over the phone, because when they're looking at you face to face, there's a stronger sense of like wanting to please you. When it's over the phone, it's not quite the same. And you will get more buying objections. So I always tell my clients that the buying objections they give you have absolutely nothing to do with you, your program, your product, or your service. Absolutely nothing. If they tell you it's expensive, I can't afford it, guess what? They say that about other things too. If they say, I'm just so busy right now, I don't think I have time, guess what? They say that about other things too. If they say, I need to talk to my spouse first, guess what? They say that in other contexts. It's not about you, your product, your service. What it's about is these are their stories. These are the things, the roadblocks, the obstacles that stand in their way from doing the things that they want in all areas of their life. So as a good salesperson, our job is to help move those out of the way so that they have a clear path to what they want. This is not talking people into buying things that they don't need or want. If I'm on the phone with somebody and they're legitimately not interested, I don't try to overcome their sales conversations. I get off as soon as I realize that they're legitimately not interested. It's so much easier to sell to people who already know that they have a problem and are already committed to solving it. So this is kind of how that could sound. If somebody said, for example, I don't know if I can afford this, I would say, okay, so it sounds like you want to coach with me, but you're just not sure how you pay for it. Does that sound accurate? And they'll say, yeah, I definitely would love to work with you, Amy. Okay, great. So can I ask you a question? If we took money out of the way and we just looked at the program we're talking about, do you feel like this fits your needs? Yes, this is exactly what I've been looking for. It hits all the boxes for everything that I need. Okay, great. Then do I have permission to talk about financing options with you and see if we can figure out the best way for you to be able to get into the program? And then as soon as they say yes, now I can give them that information. I have in my I'm Not a Salesperson sales book, I have scripts in here for how to overcome the most common objections. Things like, I don't have enough time. Things like, I need to talk to my spouse. Things like, I don't have enough money. Things like, lots of good ones. So there's lots of good information in here. We also have some really great YouTube videos that you can watch as well that will talk you through the script. So if you haven't gotten it yet, go grab it. salesaremything.com. So my friends, now you have got 10 great tips to help you know how to sell over the phone. I hope that you'll use them and implement them right away. If you're looking for a community of like-minded entrepreneurs, I would love for you to come and join us in my private Facebook group, Acquire. I do live trainings every Monday. It's a great place to ask questions. Plus also there's just some really cool people in there. So if you want to join, go ahead and click the link below. And the next video that I'm going to recommend that you watch is actually how to overcome sales objections, because it's just such a powerful tool. You're going to increase your income right away as soon as you get confident in this one skill. All right, thanks everyone. Can't wait to see you back again.